Okay, cool. Hello, 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 hello. It's Chatty Crafty live stream on Friday at 9:30, and apparently Friday at 9:30 keeps moving what time it's going to be a part of my life, and so I'm always late, which is not a surprise at all, and that's okay. I'm totally fine with that. Hold on a sec. I gotta plug in my heating gun. My heat gun. There we go. Let's see, trying to get the chat up so I can watch it. Nope, I don't want an ad by Google. I want to see my chat stream. Where's my chats? Ah, chats. Oh, chats. Where's my chat? I know I have a chat. There we go. There it is. Hey, there we go. Hi, Doris. Hey, Amira. Yay. Doris, drive safely if you're still out on the road. If you're out on the road, don't worry about talking to me. Just concentrate on your driving. I'm just saying. So, are you prepared? Of course not, Amira. I mean, come on. Who are you asking? Look, I don't even have my light on. I realized in the last live stream that my light was inside the frame of my picture for like the last, I don't know, 20 minutes of the live stream. Okay. Yeah, so here we go. I have this now. And it may or may not. I said that it was a sponsored video because I got offered something by YouTube that I've never seen before and I've never heard of anybody talking about before. So I'm going to talk about this for just a second before I do this. I was invited to join the YouTube affiliate program. And what it is it allows me to put links in my description, I think. I don't know. This is the first time I've ever tried it, of items that are being sold. So there is a person on an Etsy shop, I believe, that is selling one of these exact same ones for $10. And if you buy it through my link, I get a small commission from it. And then I put a link to one that is very similar to this, that is another brand, but still very similar to this particular shape and size. And if you buy that through my link, I get a little bit of a commission on it. I'm trying it out. I have no idea if this is something I'm going to continue to do, but there we go. It's something that YouTube offered me, and it's possibly a new income stream, so I'm trying it out. But this is my heat gun, and it's plugged in, and it turns on. Okay, we're at the beginning point. We're doing good. That's a good start. All right, so this is NOOB with heat gun. I have never done heat embossing before. There are a couple reasons for it. Number one, to be perfectly fair, this thing scares me. It's not that I'm a total klutz. It's not that I'm afraid of the technology. It's that I'm a total klutz. I am pretty sure that this gets hot, and I know that at least once, twice, 12, 97 times, I'm going to burn myself on this because I'm a klutz and I tend not to learn. Pain doesn't seem to be a good teacher for me, so there's that. Hey, Valerie, you're here. Woohoo! Let's see. Hi, Chris. Yay, good to see you, Chris. And I said hi to Doris and Amira already. It's so good to have y'all here. If y'all are just lurking, that's totally fine. I have no problem being emotional support background noise for the people who choose just to lurk. I did change the time. If you want to actually chat, you now have to be a subscriber for 5 minutes. It's always been 1 minute, but I've been doing an awful lot on Facebook, so I have a whole lot of new people that have been following my posts on Facebook, and I'm giving them a 5-minute break time. So if they hear something that they don't want to hear, they have that 5 minutes while they're watching to decide that they don't want to comment and they don't want to watch me, which is okay. You know, everybody goes around in the world. And I do want to say one other thing that has crossed my Facebook feed through Alt National Park Service and another Facebook group that I'm in called Harry Farm Pit, a Safe Place. I would say I'm not sponsored by anybody, but right now I actually am sponsored by 2 people who are selling this. But they've mentioned something that the Olympics are cool, but Minnesota is still Minnesota. So don't get too distracted by the Olympics and forget about what's going on in Minnesota, because Minnesota is still the front lines defending our Constitution. So I wanted to put that out there as well. So, and you know, if you choose not to stay around because you don't agree with that particular sentiment, that's okay. You know, you do you, but I will continue. I will just think of you as a person who didn't grow up to be a good person, but, you know, that's me. You do you. So anyway, other things that I have in front of me that I wanted to point out to you. These are the buckets that they have at Home Depot for for $2.50. They're 6.5 quart. These go fast. We were at the Home Depot a week ago, I want to say, and they had like 1,000 of these in stock. I don't know how many they still have. So the Home Depots are getting big shipments of these. And if this is something that you want for your craft room, then definitely go for it. You do not have to get this color combination. I just happen to like this color combination because they don't have pink lids, so I'll go with yellow. pink lid. I'd totally get a pink lid. I did actually make the suggestion of painting it pink. And I may do that with some of them, but I may not. I mean, that's a lot of energy that I may or may not do. So, Sweet Sue, good to see you here. Yay, I'm glad to have you here. Happy Friday the 13th. How is everyone? I will answer for me. I actually am having a pretty good day, and that's really cool because I've had several low spoons days this week. So I'm pretty happy that I'm having a good day today. So here we go. Noob with a heat gun. I think I have delayed and stalled as long as I possibly can. Yes, I was stalling. I'm going to try something with this. Next Friday is going to be this again. Look, I'm stalling again. Next Friday is going to be this again. This is the Mink toner that you use to foil your Mink documents. And I have two amazingly cool new toys to play with this with. Oh my gosh, I got them from Temu today. I am so psyched about sharing this with you next Friday. So next Friday will be the increasingly inaccurately named Noob with Mink Toner Kit Part 3. So that's going to be next. Okay, can I stall any longer? No, not really. All right, let's get this show going. Now, I was told on one of the videos that I wasn't told. The YouTube creator was not talking to me, but a YouTube creator did say that one of the best ways to do with this. Yay, good to hear, Doris. Doris says it's been a good day overall, so that's really cool. But one of the creators said it's important to let this thing heat up. So I'm going to turn this on and put it hopefully away from my microphone, which means it has to go that way because the microphone's on that end. And let it run for just a little bit to heat up. And hopefully I don't burn anything because I know I mean 182 times I'm going to burn myself with this thing. I'm absolutely positive. Maybe 314. We'll see. All right, so that is now, I've moved Baby Bear's bed cushion and it's sitting on Baby Bear's bed, but it makes an awful lot of noise. Let's see if this will help. So it's now heating up. It's not blowing at anything that it can hurt by getting it hot. Wow, that's pretty darn hot already. Okay, I'm gonna turn that off. I don't know if that was a good suggestion or not. These are things that I'm gonna try doing embossing stuff on. One of the things about me being a noob with this stuff is that I can play around with it because I have no preconceived notions about what I am and am not supposed to do. Tip, which I got from someone I follow, is to always unplug it when you're done for the day. Actually, that is an excellent, excellent tip. I love that, Doris. That is amazing. The power strip that runs my light, which, no, I still haven't set up my Cricut light. I know. I'm a slacker. I know. But the power strip that runs my light, I don't actually use the power button to turn this light off. I turn it off at the power strip. So I know that when I'm done doing whatever I'm doing back here, if this light is off, the entire power strip has been turned off. And I do that. Everything that I use, every tool that I ever use, my Mink, a laminator, now the heat tool, this light, anything that requires energy that I use is in that power strip. And when I leave this room, this light goes out because that power strip is turned off. And if there's light coming out of this room because I have forgotten to turn this off, then I know the power strip is still on and I come back and turn it off. That's excellent, excellent, excellent suggestion, Doris. That is an amazing thing because we don't want to have our crafts. I mean, our crafts already take up our entire house. We don't want to lose our house because of them, you know, through an accident. So that's I never preheated my gun. It always worked well upon turning it on. Yeah, I noticed that. I turned it on. I let it run for like 30 seconds. It was hot. It was very hot. But all things considered, it does not seem to have a high-pitched squeal, so that's good. Oh, that is very good. No more stalling putting together a Cricut light. Okay, yeah, as much as I'm stalling on actually starting to use this heat gun, I mean, I don't even know if I'm stalling on the Cricut light. I think I'm just procrastinating. Oh, do you know how to spell procrastination? Here, this is a great one for you to take with you from my stream. How do you spell procrastination? P-R-O, yeah, I'll finish it later. It was always one of my favorite jokes. I love that joke. Anyway, so I have a few things that I'm going to try to do embossing stuff on. I've never seen anybody try to emboss fabric. I'm going to try to put embossing stuff on fabric. It may not work. I don't know. I'm just testing it out. This is slick paper. This is coated with something that's very slick. So I'm going to try putting embossing on this, and I'm going to see what happens with that, because I have an idea of what might happen, and if my hypothesis comes true, it's going to be so cool. I don't know if it will or not. This is the piece of paper that has the, it's translucent, and I used it to make the, I scrumpled it up and I made this little design on it. I'm going to try doing embossing on that. And then, of course, I am going to do some embossing on some plain old, everyday, run-of-the-mill, basic cardstock that I don't have next to me. Where'd it go? There we go. Some plain old, everyday, run-of-the-mill cardstock, except that's a card base. Where's my cardstock? I know I have cut pieces of cardstock. I made sure before I started this that I had cut pieces of cardstock. Oh, dearie my. Oh, no, I mean, the people who are always in my live streams, they're just, they know this is how Chatty Crafty is. Chatty Crafty just does this. Chatty Crafty, who also speaks of herself in third person. That's a neurotypical trait. I mean, a neurodivergent trait. And another neurodivergent trait is my brain is a completely separate entity. I will talk about my brain as if it is a completely separate, standalone living thing. That's a neurodivergent trait too. So I do have some pieces of plain old run-of-the-mills. This is, I believe, 65-pound cardstock that I'm going to do that on. And I think I've stalled long enough. All right, so I have this here. And this is the first one that I'm going to try. And I'm going to do it all with my Clear Gloss Superfine Wow embossing folder, because this embossing powder, because this is the largest quantity of embossing powder that I have. So I'm going to be using this when I do my embossing. I have had this jar of embossing powder for probably 1.5 to 2 years now. I have never, not even once, used it. So this is literally NOOB with a heat gun. I have never, ever done this before because, like I said, I know I'm going to burn myself. So when I squeal and, you know, say, hopefully not any curse words, but possibly, because it's quite possible that it will come out, then, you know, you'll know why. I'm also going to try it on a piece of vellum. That's why I have that. Oh, look at that. Chris and I have the same brain, because I just looked over and saw vellum embosses beautifully, and I just pulled out a piece of vellum. That's so cool. All right. Hey, found turned it on twice. That is something. Yeah, you're right, Doris. That is something. I have at this point turned it on twice. I have been on this live stream for 12 minutes and have not even stamped anything yet. I am such a slacker. All right. So what do I have here? This is the first set of, oh, look, they're in Spanish. That's cool. That's way cool. This is my first set. This is the set of stamps that was sitting closest to my left hand. So this is the one that we're going to be using because they're here, and I just saw a pop-up ad, so I got another 1/10 of a penny. Woot, woot. And so we're going to open this up, and I hate these sticky things. I really do. Oh, sticky, sticky. Oh, I hate that sticky stuff. It's an autism thing. I will openly put it there that the stickiness on this is totally an autism thing. And since I actually do want to keep this like, oh, sticky, sticky, I'm going to fold this piece down so that the sticky, sticky, the icky, sticky is put down so that I can't feel it anymore. So this is still a pouch, but the icky, sticky has been folded down. So, where's one that mi photo... that one's I'm trying to figure out okay, this looks like it came from a stamp set that would have had a camera with it, because a lot of these have to do with photography. So this one's Genial Moments, so we're going to do that one. That one looks pretty good. No. Yeah, a lot of these have to do with photography. No, I don't speak Spanish, but I have taught Spanish kids long enough that I have learned some Spanish just from it being used around me. This one says my favorite photo, so we'll use that one. So we'll use that one for the, for the thing. That's a piece of glass. I don't want a piece of glass. I want a thingy. Where's my thingy? Well, I don't know where my little thingy is, so I'm going to use the big thingy. All right, so there we go. So now, I'm still stalling. I don't know if y'all have noticed. The people who have been in my live streams for a while know that I'm stalling, know that I'm totally stalling. Hi, Cece. Hey, Erica, how are you doing today? You need to get a stamp made that says Icky Sticky. Oh, yes, you're right, Doris. I do need that because Icky Sticky is just one of my favorite Icky Sticky. I hate that stuff. Hello, all. Hi, Erica. Hi, Erica. And then good. Hey, Kathy is join the chat. Yay, woohoo. Hello, Kathy. La Buena Vida, the good life. Oh, thank you, Doris. I appreciate that. So this one is my photo, my favorite photo, mi foto favorita. And I know I'm not pronouncing that correctly. I never did learn the pronunciation as well as I should have, but that's what this one says. So this is the one that we're going to try to use. And we're going to do plain of the mill, run. We're going to do it slam bam, the original way to do this. And I need a piece of paper to catch my stuff so that I can push it back into my bottle, and I'm going to use 110-pound cardstock to do that because I want something that's super stiff to do this with. So I'm going to do this right there. So I've got my piece of paper, and I'm going to make the initial fold on it because I've seen everybody have a little fold on their little piece of paper that they put it back in so that it goes right back down into the thing. So here we go. All right. Noob with a heat gun part 1. I think I have stalled as long as I possibly can. I have been stalling for 15 minutes. So, whew. Oh, that was pretty good. Oh, thank you, Doris. I'm glad that was pretty good. My kids, my students once told me that I needed, because I had learned an awful lot of words that I shouldn't know from my students because, you know, they'd use them and then I'd ask them what they were and they'd say, mad at me, and I'd say, no, I wouldn't. And they'd tell me what it was, and I didn't get mad at them, but now I knew them. So they taught me to say, a me gustan las papas fritas con mayonnaise y mostaza. And they told me that that means I like potato chips with mayonnaise and mustard. I have since learned that I think that's actually, I like French fries with mayonnaise and mustard, which isn't true. I do like mayonnaise and mustard on my potato chips. Give me a bag of Lay's, not sponsored, plain potato chips and a little pile of mustard and mayonnaise put together. I love it. Yes, I'm stalling. Okay. Yes, I admit it. I am absolutely stalling. You're absolutely right. I am stalling. I'm not comfortable with this idea. Okay. I don't even have a piece of cardstock down there. That's okay. Here we go. Here we go. Oh my goodness gracious. So there's the stamp. All right. I've done the stamp. Now I need the embossing powder. So I do this. Oh my gosh. Y'all have no idea how nervous I am. Y'all just don't know. I mean, y'all don't know how big of a klutz I am. I'm seeing the embossing powder go everywhere. You know, there's more than one reason that I don't use, oh, you know what I didn't do, and I know I should have. I didn't use any of the, cornstarch, and I don't have a cornstarch bag back here to use it with. I do have cornstarch. I'm so not buying a cornstarch bag. I'm going to use an old sock and do that. I can't tell if there's anything on there, but I think there is. I want to touch it and see if it's on there, but I know that's a bad idea and I shouldn't do that. All right, so we're going to use this to put the bottle back on, so in case anything comes out, and I'm going to try and slowly and carefully shake that back down in there. So far, knock on wood, we're doing okay. You know, in England, they say touch wood. They don't say knock on wood. Yeah, I watch way too much English television. I really do. Anyway, so there we go. All right. I don't think I can stall any longer. Okay, here we go. I'm going to turn on the heat gun now. America says, you got this. Valerie's telling me to quit stalling. Yeah, y'all know me. Y'all know I'm stalling. Y'all are absolutely and completely totally right on this. I am totally stalling. Now, I have seen ow! All right, I just burnt myself by sending it right into my hand. That wasn't good. All right, so here we go. I hope you can see this because, well, look at that. Oh, that's pretty cool. Oh, look at it change. Oh, that's so neat. That is so cool. Look, it just changed so much. Look at that. And then do it on top. And people have said, the creators that I've watched have said to do it from the bottom first so that it doesn't blow any of the stuff off, and then do it from the top. Okay, so I'm doing it from the top now. Apparently this only has one setting, which is basically hot. Is that it? Is that done? Did it do it? Oh, wait, don't turn that back on. Put that back up there. Did it do it? Did it do it? That is so look, it's all shiny. Oh, that is so cool. I love it. That's the neatest thing. Oh my goodness gracious. Tip 1, donate the heat gun. Yeah, okay, Eric. Yes, I agree with you. Yeah, Kathy, fingers crossed, donate the heat gun at your fingertips. See, that was super easy. Look how awesome that is. That is really cool. And I even got it, and this was completely not intentional. I even got it absolutely nicely level. It was like, it's completely parallel. It's level to the top and the bottom, and it's just a little bit off to this side, but gives that little bit of interest. Okay, this is really cool. This is definitely going to have to become a card front because, you know, that's awesome. So, you know, just, oh, that is so cool. I'm so happy with myself. I really really am. Oh my goodness. Don't overcook it. It will flatten out. Okay, that's good advice. So Erica says, don't overcook it because it will flatten out. I think I might have overcooked it. I think I might have flattened it out, but that's okay. For my first try, I mean, y'all know my first try with my mink. I broke it. I mean, literally, I broke the mink the first time I opened it. That was not good. And you know, my first try with this stuff, I ended up with the stuff all over my hands. The other things that I've done noobs with, they've never worked out the first time. This, I am so monumentally impressed with. I really am. Okay, so we've had a success. Let's, no, I'm not going to say that. I was going to say, let's not do this ever again. But no, that's not the point of this live stream. The point of this live stream is to play and to do things. So that was the first one on basic, plain, run-of-the-mill cardstock. Okay, noob with a heat gun part next. Okay, I want to try it on the vellum because I have already gotten information from people that on vellum it is beautiful. So I'm going to take this piece of vellum. Actually, I'm going to cut down this piece of vellum because I don't want it to be that big. I'm going to get my Wamina Wonderful. I love this pair of scissors. Look at that pair of scissors. That is so beautiful. If you're looking for these scissors for your crafting, because I have seen these scissors on people who do crafting sites, I have seen them from craft stores for like $30 and $40. I got this pair for, I believe, $7. I did pay for it. I did not get them for free through Temu, but I had to search wool shears. These are actually made for shearing sheep. So, you know, you have to have the right search parameter in order to find them. Look how beautiful they are. I mean, just look at that, like butter. Oh my goodness gracious. And then I'm going to cut this down just a little bit more. There we go. All right, so we now have a piece of vellum to try this on. Let's see. Knew that once you saw the magic, you wouldn't be able to stop. Yeah, you did say that, Doris. You absolutely did say that. You're absolutely right. See, reasons not to stall. Nah, Amir, no. I'm going to always find reasons to stall. I mean, my Cricut lamp isn't up yet. Yes, thank you, Amir. It did come out great. Whoops. Papa Bad got another 1/10 of a penny. Those are the scissors they use in murder mysteries. You're right. These are, I mean, and the tip on this is sharp. Be very careful with these because the tip on this is sharp. Now, the ones that I actually got a little damaged in shipping on this side. I don't know if you can see it, but the little tip, it actually bends up a little bit. But I'm not mad about that because it actually makes it more dull so that if I hit my finger with it, it doesn't poke right in. Whereas this one, I mean, I just think it would poke right in if I hit my finger with that. I love these so much. Okay, back to this. All right, I'm going to do another one. So here we go. So that was this one. So the first test was this ink pad. The next one I'm going to try is I'm going to try this ink pad, but I'm going to clean off my stamp first because I don't really want to transfer this ruby red ink onto my water blue ink pad. And both of these came from Journal Say. There is an affiliate link in the description for Journal Say if you choose to use it. And there's also a 10% off code there. I love both of these, and the last time I checked, both of them were still available. My absolute favorite ink pad from Journal Say is no longer available, which breaks my heart. Let's see, those are the scissors. As you tell us how sharp they are, could you not keep touching it with your fingers? But Valerie, where's the fun in that? I mean, come on, live on the edge, be dangerous, take a risk. Okay, something I'm going to try. This is another thing that I've tried because since I store my little baby wipes in these containers, they retain their moisture very well. So these things end up. So I'm going to try just blowing this so it gets a little bit drier. That was another thing that I thought to use this for. Interesting. There's something moving around underneath it. I don't know if y'all can see that. It's like I trapped something underneath it. Weird. Oh, that's so weird. What is that? It's like trapped. Okay, I got it. Maybe it was a little piece of dust. There we go. So now I dried that a little bit. Of course, I also heated up my stamp. I wonder if that's going to make a difference. It may. We'll find out. What the heck? Don't melt the stamp. There you go, Erica. Don't melt the stamp. Oh, come on. Would it be a chatty, crafty YouTube live stream if I didn't just make a huge mess somewhere along the way and make a massive mistake on all those things? I mean, come on. Oh dear, my stamp pad is not putting stamp on here very well. I wonder if that's because the stamp's hot. I don't know. We'll find out. I'm not even sure if this is the right kind of stamp. I mean, I can't read that. I have a Google Translate, but I've never actually used it for it. And actually, there's other translate programs. Google's not the only one, but I can't see what it says. So this might not even be. I know you're supposed to use dye ink or something like that for some reason, like stays wetter longer or something like that. once you've pushed it down. So that's why I'm doing this relatively quickly. So there's that. Oh, this is not going to be good. Yep. This is not this is not working out well. Oh no, I did it wrong. Can anybody see what I did wrong? Does anybody see where Chatty Crafty has made a huge and furious flaw? Oh dear. Oh my. I forgot to put this piece of paper back underneath it. Now I gotta figure out how I'm gonna do this. Oh, it's Chatty Crafty video. This is what happens when Chatty Crafty tries to do new things. Chatty Crafty makes mistakes, but you know what? That's okay. I own my mistakes. Just because it came out great the first time, there's no reason to live on the edge like this. Yeah, I know, Valerie, but who would I be if I didn't live on the edge? I'm not sure this one's going to come out very well at all. The stamp did not stamp very well. And again, I know I'm supposed to be using some anti-static thingy-majiggy on there, but I don't have one, so someone, yeah, see, living on the edge. Yep, I forgot to put the piece of paper underneath it. Oh, I just know. I'm telling you, you're gonna come into my craft room on one of these live streams one day, and there's gonna be this white powder all over my desk, and I'm gonna tell you, see, I told you I wasn't able to use embossing powder, because it's gonna go everywhere. And this is the real reason why I don't let glitter into my craft room very much, because I'm such a total klutz. I mean, really and truly, I'm a massive klutz when it comes to things like this. All right, now I have seen on my YouTube channels that I watch that vellum is more sensitive to heat than paper. So we're gonna try just a light, gentle heat without burning my fingers. Ow, that hurts. Just a light, gentle heat without burning my fingers, and then do that. And yeah, this one looks terrible. It couldn't be all good. There's no way. It couldn't. I mean, it did what it's supposed to do. I can see that it's all shiny. I don't know if you can see that it's shiny. I don't know if it's under the light or under the camera or not. But it's all shiny and pretty, but it's just not clean. It's not clear because the stamp underneath it is not nice. So, well, so we have, we're batting 500 at this point. We have one win and one fail. Nope. We have one win and one lesson. I never lose. I either win or I learn. All right, so not going to heat up the stamp this time because I think that's probably where I went wrong with this last one. So I'm just going to let it air dry a little bit. Take this right here, right there. Whoosh it. So this is kind of drying it without heating it up. So getting rid of some of the moisture that's on it and trying to get it so that it's not. All right, and then we're going to try a different stamp pad because I honestly don't think that this is the right kind of stamp pad to use on this. So I'm going to get one of these out that definitely says dye ink on it. So this one is definitely an oily ink pad. So we're going to try this one next, and it's also a beautiful color. This one came from Temu. Do you have tweezers? As a matter of fact, I do have tweezers. So look, I even have the ones where they're opposite tweezers, so I have to push it to open them. They stay closed. I have to push it to open them. What is this? Backwards tweezers? That's not the right word for it. Reverse tweezers. I have reverse tweezers. It's a good suggestion. I will use the reverse tweezers. If you have a detailed picture stamp on vellum and color with marking on the back side of embossed image. Ooh, color it on the back side. Oh, well, that's a good idea. I have pens that I need to try too. There's a set of pens that I have. I was bad. I mean, I was bad. I was really bad. Look at that. I mean, for those of you who know me, oh my gosh, I put it on Facebook with, and it's weird because the Oh No, the song is copyright. I can't use it. So I had to use a different one and just put the words on there, but I'm sure you heard the Oh No song when I had the words on there, even though it wasn't the song that was in the background. So those would be great if you could hold it further away since it will hold close for you. Yeah, that's perfect. That's what I'm going to do. That's definitely what I'm going to do, Doris. I'm going to do that one this time. All right, here we go. Third attempt. Oh, wait, I'm going to pull this one back out because I've already used that one. So these are the two inks that I have already used. This is the yes pile. This is the no pile. So now we're going to try this form factor. And, oh, garbage. I looked it up which form factor this is. The name brand ink that uses this form factor for their packaging. And now I can't remember again. So whatever. I got this off of Temu. You know, it's the same shape, box, and everything. It just has a different sticker on it. And of course, the language is one that I can't read. Yes, I know, Mira, markers. Ah, me and my marker fix. Oh, now that is stamping out onto the pad beautifully. And look, I didn't get anything to stamp this on. So we're going to go back to a piece of just regular plain run-of-the-mill cardstock for this one. And we're going to put this down like so. And we're going to go, stamp it down, pull it up, and I'm going to remember to put my little piece of paper underneath it, and I can feel grit on my surface here, so I know that I'm getting embossing powders elsewhere where I don't want it. But here we go. So we're going to put this down. I don't know how it's escaping, but somehow the embossing powder is escaping. So we're going to do this. Now, I've seen people who do this on a regular basis. They sit there and they stamp out like 10 images, and then they emboss them, excuse me, all at the same time. And I'm like, how does it stay wet enough to do that? I don't understand. But maybe it works. I don't know. So there we go. So there it is with the embossing powder on it. This is a beautiful color. Oh my goodness, this one's going to be beautiful. Oh, I love this. I love this so much. This stamp set also came from Temu. So, you know, that's where this stamp set came from. And you know me, I probably paid a penny for it. VersaFine Claire, that's it. Yes, Doris, that's the one that uses this form factor. This is VersaFine Claire. So, but I didn't pay VersaFine Claire prices for it. I paid Temu prices for it. And I can't read the back of it, and it doesn't have the right label on the front, but it works just fine, and I'm okay with that. All right, so here we go. This is the third time that I have tried to put this back in. I'm so nervous, people. I am such a klutz. I know that I'm just going to sit here and flick this card, and it's all going to go everywhere one time. It really is. I guarantee you that it will, because at some point in time in my life, I'm going to lose half of this jar of embossing powder because I went, and it went everywhere. There are holders for the heat gun to free up your hand. Oh, cool, Chris. That's neat to know. I'm going to try what Doris suggested with these little tweezers, because that, like she said, they will hold it away from my hand. And we're going to try this again. Okay, embossing powder test number 3. Back to a different style of ink, but it's going to be, oh no, wait, don't do that. No, hold on to the paper. Don't make it fall. Okay, so here we go. All right, so there we go. We're looking at the bottom of it to see it start to move. Let's see when it starts to change colors. Oh, look, there it goes. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's too cool. Oh, I love this so much. Oh, that's too neat. Look at that. Oh, I am such a 3-year-old. I really am. I am such a 3-year-old. That is the coolest thing. That is so neat. Look how shiny and just beautiful that is. Oh, I love that. I am proud of you putting the powder back before turning on the heat gun. Thank you, Valerie. I'm curious to see what's going to happen with the metal-handled tweezers. Oh, well, you're absolutely right. That's probably not a great thing to use because metal is definitely conductive. Oh, look, these are actually recollections. I don't know where I got these from, but like I don't know where I got these from. Please, these came from Ollie's. Who am I kidding? But yeah, the metal is conductive, but I don't think I have it on long enough for it to actually conduct it. Now, I have seen on Temu where they have they look like tongs that are about that long, but they have little silicone hands on. I mean, literally, it's hands that are made actually to hold paper when you're embossing it, but they're not reversed. They're front, where you have to keep the pressure on them to keep the holding on them. Number 1, I'm proud of you for putting the powder gun. Number 2, do not keep saying that you're klutz and going to make mistakes. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. You're right, Valerie. You're absolutely right. It is a self-fulfilling prophecy. I will try not to say it, but you know what? I own my mistakes. When I'm sucking my teeth now. I hate it when I do that. When I go back and listen to my videos and I've sucked my teeth in the videos, I'm like, oh, that noise just hard. It annoys me. All right. I love this. Okay, so we have 2 really good ones. And this is the one that I cooked longer. And yes, it did flatten out some. This is the one that I cooked a shorter amount of time, and it did not flatten out. And this is the one that sucks, because it sucks. Possibly because of the paper, possibly because of the ink. So we're going to try vellum again with this ink, because we know this ink works as soon as I find a small piece of vellum to put that on. And I had like 3 other small pieces of vellum sitting on my desk waiting to be used, and I don't know what I did with them. Oh my goodness gracious. And then we're going to start trying some of the other stuff that I have, some of the other ideas that I have. There we go. So we got this little piece of vellum here. All right, very good. And we're going to use the same color, because that way I don't have to wipe off the ink pad. You are doing great. My first couple times were unfulfilling because I didn't realize my embossing ink was too dry. It didn't get the texture to change. Ah, okay, that's an interesting tidbit to know. Third time's a charm. You're right, Kathy. Third time's a charm, and that really worked out not well. Now, what's going to happen on the fourth time? Oh dear. Okay, yeah, I know, Valerie. Self-fulfilling prophecies. I get it. I know. All right, so here we go. We're going to put this down on this piece of paper right here. Well, this piece of vellum right there. Sorry, I had to look and see where the vellum is. Harder to do on vellum because the vellum just blends in. Okay, so that actually did stamp much better. Now I pressed down a little too hard and the MI is gushed together. Remember to get the piece of paper underneath. Okay, so the piece of paper's underneath. Grab the embossing powder, and yes, I am narrating this whole thing because I have to make sure that I do these steps in the right order because of what Valerie said I shouldn't say. And then push it off. Definitely would be better if I had the thingy, cornstarch bucket. But I do know that I can use this as a little paintbrush to wipe it off if I want to. So I'll just get a little bit of that off there. And then, okay, set that aside. Get the embossing powder thingy and open it up. I'm so bad with this stuff. I really am. I apologize for narrating stuff. I mean, it sounds like I'm teaching kindergarten, but that's okay. I have to keep up with this because I don't want to lose this entire bottle of embossing powder because, number one, it wasn't cheap, and number two, that's a lot of embossing powder to have running around a craft room, especially when you have cats. Just saying. Because I think that would be very bad if the cats were to eat that. I guess I'm still trying to get a good practice of using the anti-static. Yeah. I knew I was supposed to have it, and it just slipped my mind before I came in to do this live stream. All right, so here we go. Test number 3. And I do have to say, I really like this little stand that it sits on. I really do like that. I mean, it's got that nice little stand, and it really sits up so that this is away from anything that it could catch. And it's sitting on top of the cat bed without the actual cat bed on it because Baby Bear's not in here. So I didn't think he would be. I was pretty sure he wouldn't like this noise. All right, so let's try warming this up. Here we go. Oh, look at that, it changed. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, I love it so much. Oh, this is so neat. Okay, this vellum that I'm using is Michael's version of vellum. Ow. That was hot. I wasn't expecting it to be hot. Maybe make a smaller container from one of the our Dollar Tree finds, because as you say, you know, I know you have some, huh? Oh, you what, me? Have small containers from Ollie's and Dollar Tree and or Temu? No, of course not. No, I wouldn't do that. I have seen people use containers, like those food storage containers that are about this big, and they just have their embossing powder in there and one of those little taster spoons that you get from Baskin Robbins, not sponsored, and they just use the little taster spoon to put the embossing stuff on it, and then they shake it right back down into the container and then put the lid on it because it's one of those sealing airtight lids. I might do that because I think that would be far more applicable to my chaotic form of crafting. But that is so neat. Look, it came out really well this time. Look how beautiful it is. I hope you can see it. I hope you can see how shiny it is. This is so cool. All right, test. All right, I'm going to try this. I have an idea of what I really want this to do on this paper right here. I really want this to do one specific thing. You can always use a small squeeze bottle and put the powder in there. Yes, I could, but then I still have to have a way to get it back into the big bottle because it would come out of the squeeze bottle and I wouldn't be able to get it back in. I was just coming to suggest a container. Oh, thank you, Chris. I appreciate that. See, great minds think alike. Okay, so we're going to use the same ink pad because we know this ink pad works well and it looks really pretty, and I don't have to clean the stamp off in between because I've already got this ink on there. So tamp it a few times. Now I'm using this. This is slick paper. This has a definite surface on it because it was used as a piece of packaging for one of the items that I got. What is it for? Oh, that stamp, that punch that I was using. Okay, piece of paper underneath, embossing powder on top. Here we go. Okay. Oh, wait, I shouldn't have lidded up the embossing powder yet. Hold on. I did that out of order. Something just fell down there. There's not a cat in here. Oh, I don't know what caused that little craft avalanche. Okay, so there it is. All right, so, and then pick this up. Woo, okay. Doing okay. We're doing good. I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous. I'm not going to say it out loud again, Valerie. I'm not, but you know what I'm thinking. There we go. I used to put curse words into my students' brains by saying, you know, things like great, what was my favorite one? Son of a biscuit eating gravy boat was one of my favorite ones to say. And then I'd look at my kids and go, and I'm not thinking son of a biscuit eating gravy boat. So they knew what I was thinking. So I put curse words in their head without actually saying them. I thought that was a cute little workaround on my part. I was just coming to say use a container. Nice. Okay, there we go. All right, so here we go. 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 I've got 19 people watching. Yay. Hello, my 19 people. Those of you who are lurking, I really appreciate your lurkmanship. And thank you to everybody who has liked this live stream. I really appreciate that too. And we're going to try this now. Oh, wait. My tweezers. My tweezers. Pick it up. Do this from the bottom, figure out how to hold this in the other hand. See, I'm doing it in the other hand now to see if it's more comfortable to hold the thingy with my right hand than it was with my left hand. All right, and we're watching it change. We can see it changing. I actually think I like heating it from the bottom better than heating it from the top. There we go. So it's changed now. So that is nice. And then we're going to set that off to the side because my idea for how I want to use this requires that to have cooled off completely before I try what I'm really hoping will work. Okay, next guinea pig is this piece of paper right here. Now this has already been scrunched and it already has ink on it because I used one of my ink pads to push over the top of it to highlight the scrunchles after I scrunchled it. Okay, yes, I just made up a word and that's totally fine. That's another neurodivergent thing. I never meant ducking. You're absolutely right. To be fair, 3 of my students once heard me curse and they heard me drop the F-bomb like 7 times in a row. In my defense, we were in the greenhouse and we were picking up flowers to be sold in a flower sale and I got stung by a scorpion. In my defense, I think I'm okay with having dropped the F-bomb 7 times when that happened because it hurt. I highly do not recommend, 0 out of 10, do not recommend being stung by a scorpion. It was one of those little bitty ones that it hurt, and it was right on the end of my little tippy finger, and it hurt so bad. That right there is from where I pinched myself putting up container rack closed. Anyway, you didn't ask. I just told you. You didn't ask. I just told you. Yeah. Yeah, that was justified. Yeah, I felt it was justified. My kids laughed at me. Actually, the very first reaction they had was to be utterly shocked because I was one of those teachers. They had teachers who cursed. I never cursed in front of my kids. I said things like son of a biscuit eating gravy boat or God bless America. You know, they knew what I was thinking. They knew that I cursed, but they never actually heard me say it. And then these kids heard this for the first time. And they're like, oh, and then they laughed. And then they asked if I was okay, which, you know, I was okay with. You know, I'd have laughed first too. I'm just saying. I was totally fine that they laughed first, checked for injury later, because, yeah, it was funny. They were shocked, then they laughed, and then they asked if I was okay. I'm okay with that. That was a good order. Okay, so now this is going to be interesting because I honestly think that this embossing powder is going to get stuck in the rifts and valleys of this paper now because, and it also has micro abrasions and microderms things on the top of it because it is not a flat sheet of paper. So this one is going to be interesting. I have no idea. I always said son of a biscuit eating bulldog. Oh, I like son of a biscuit eating bulldog. That's a good one. Yeah. So yeah, it just gets the whole point across. It really does. And the kids don't hear son of a biscuit eating bulldog. They don't hear son of a biscuit eating gravy boat. They hear the other one, but I didn't say it. And that's the distinction. Ha! All right, so here we go. All right, now I have to do this quickly, and that did not come out very well, but I know I have to do this quickly because that is going to sink into this paper. So I am not sure if at all this is going to work. So this is completely me just playing around with an idea that I had to see if it actually does anything. Now I have to shake this really well because it's going to stick into the rifts and valleys in this textured paper. Let's see, did I get any on there? Oh yeah, there's some on there as I poke it with my finger, which is a bad idea. All right, we're going to move that over there. So this is going to be a fail. I'm going to tell you right now it's going to be a fail because the stamp did not do well over on this side, but it may prove concept. We're going to see if it's a proof of concept. It's a fail, but it'll be a proof of concept, so it will be a lesson. It will not be a loss. It will be a lesson because this is not going to work out the way I want it to. Ooh, I almost knocked that over when I was tapping the thing off. I'm so afraid. Whew. Fire truck. There you go. What word starts with F and ends with UCK? Fire truck. Y'all, one of the things that I did when I was teaching was I did atomic theory. And the way I introduced atomic theory was to do the I hate Aristotle speech. And one of my followers on Facebook asked me why I hated Aristotle. So I wrote the speech out on my Facebook page. You ought to go read it because it ends with an F-bomb. But it's really and truly one of the things that I said to my kids every time I introduced atomic theory to them. And it's a really good read. So yes, I'm plugging my Facebook page. It's also called Chatty Crafty. There's a Facebook group called Chatty Crafty. There's a Facebook page called Chatty Crafty. Both of them are linked in the description here, but you can always just go to Facebook and search for Chatty Crafty. The profile pic for those are exactly the same as the profile pic for this one. All right, so back to this one. I love fire trucks. Yeah, they're great. They are great. So here we go. Back to this one. Now, it is dry and it is embossed. Now, what I'm thinking, and I'm going to tell you what I'm thinking before I even try to do this, is that since this is slick paper, since this actually has a coating on it that makes it slick, I'm going to see if I can actually peel this off. That's my idea. I have no idea if this is going to work. This is Noob with a heat gun trying something that popped into my brain, and my brain says this is going to work, so my brain is going to try it. See what I mean about neurodivergent people talking about their brain as a completely separate entity? So let's see if I can pull this off. And I may need something that's more solid than this, because this actually is letters. But let's see if we can do proof of concept on whether or not I can even pick this off. Let me get a better picker. All right, so I've got my better picker here. Let's see if I can even pick this off. That was my idea, that if I did this on paper that was slick, could I pick it off? And it's looking like the answer is a resounding no, which is kind of sad. I thought that would be fun. Yeah, see, I'm really just tearing it apart. It's not holding on. Now, I have seen a Facebook user, not a Facebook user, I have seen a YouTube creator who did this same idea, but instead of doing one layer of embossing powder on it, they did several layers of embossing powder on it so that it was thick, really thick. Can I pull it off with transfer tape? I don't know, but I don't have any transfer tape in here. But what I do have is a piece of highly aggressive tape. And I actually have a piece that's already come off because it was done. This is incredibly aggressive double-sided sticky tape. Okay, we're still just doing proof of concept here. So if this pulls it off, that would be a brilliant suggestion, Valerie. Thank you so much. And Doris, you had the same idea. Hey, Palm Harbor, Florida. Yay! 55 degrees outside. Woot woot. I'm also in Central Florida, but I'm somewhere between Orlando and the Atlantic Ocean. So good to see you. You are new to my channel. I'm assuming that your name is pronounced JD. And if that's not correct, please let me know, because I'm a big stickler on pronouncing people's names correctly, because a person's name is so much a part of their heritage and their culture, and when it's incorrectly pronounced, it's not good just in general. All right, so we're trying this now. Okay, so we're trying this now. Oh, I had so much hope. I really did. I thought that was going to work. I was like 95% sure that that was going to work. Do I have anything that I can push down? Yes, I do. I have this thing that came with my little Cricut Joy. I have never actually opened this because I never thought I'd ever use any of these pieces, but look, here I am opening it. Woot, woot! Get out the massive pair of scissors. I love that pair of scissors. And no, Valerie, I won't poke at the pointed end, risk sending it through my little finny fins. That should be enough. Okay, close that up. I love the fact that it's got this little lock on it too. Oh, I love that so much. I love that pair of scissors. Joan. Oh, Joan. Okay, so Joan. Hi, Joan. Okay, good. Thank you very much. I appreciate you letting me know how to pronounce your name, because like I said, names and identities and people's cultures are so much a part of that, and I want to make sure that I'm pronouncing people's names correctly. You would be surprised. You might not be surprised. You've been on my channel. Those of you who've been on my channel for a while. But it is amazing how much more effective you can be as a teacher if you simply go through the detailed process of learning how to pronounce your children's name correctly. Just simply pronouncing their name correctly has such an amazing effect on their pride in self and their willingness to perform for you in your classroom. I mean, you have no idea. If you mispronounce somebody's name for their entire school career, every time you say their name, that's the only thing that they hear is the mispronunciation. right, so I've tried my little Duolingo thingy, which is actually really nice. Look at that. It's even got a little scoopy on it. This is so cool. I should have opened this package a long time ago. All right, so we're going to try this again. All right, so... Yeah, there are other Floridians in here too. Let's see, on my, currently watching, there are a couple of Floridians. There's a New Yorker. I'm a Floridian. Here we go, here we go, here we go. I've pressed it down really hard. Oh, fail. Oh, well, it actually took the tape off. The tape is sitting over there now too. All right, well, that did not work. That did not work at all. All right, people often pronounce my name wrong. It's annoying. Yeah, and Amira, when you first came in, when you were in my channel with Noob with a mink, when I broke my mink for the very first time, because you were in there that very first day, my very first live Noob video, I struggled, and I'm so happy that you were so kind to let me know how to pronounce your name. I really am. It is so important to me to pronounce people's names correctly. I mean, just huge. Maybe dissolve. Oh, Doris, I didn't even think about dissolving paper. Oh my goodness gracious, that is a great idea. I don't have any, but that is a great idea. I'm gonna have to look for some. Okay, so that didn't work. Now, next attempt is going to be the same idea, only it's an idea that I had where if you take something like this and you punch it out with a punch, can you actually put embossing powder on tape and use it? So imagine that this is not just a straight piece of tape. Imagine that I had used one of my heart punches, because I'm not going to get out a heart punch to do it now. But imagine that I had used one of my heart punches and I had put it down onto a piece of paper like this. And I pulled off the other side of the paper that was protecting it. So now I have a heart shape there. I want to see if we can emboss this. Okay, so yeah, let's try this. Oh, wait. No, don't do it again. Don't do it again. Get the piece of paper underneath there first. Come on, Chatty, you can do this. Oh, goodness gracious. All right, so here we go. Here we go. So I'm going to there's an awful lot of exposed tape on this, so this is going to use quite a bit of my embossing powder, but that's okay. I'm playing. You know, I can always buy more. I want to see if this stuff works. Oh, I closed it again. All right, so now there should be a nice layer of embossing powder right on that piece of tape. Things that I have thought of that can go wrong with this when I was considering doing this is the fact that the tape might be staticky. All right, so that's an issue that I might be dealing with. And there's an awful lot of embossing powder on this. I know you can't see it, but well, you actually can see some of it. I have so much gritty embossing powder on my hands right now. It's actually quite annoying me. My autism is, the sensory thing in my autism is going, oh, grit. That is going to stick to the tape. I think, I know it's going to stick to the tape. I'm wanting to know if I can emboss it or if it's going to destroy the tape when I try to put heat to it. That's really what I'm testing. All right, so I want to see, because if I punch out, if I use this and I punch out a heart, and I put that heart on top of one of these beautiful pieces of paper, then I could have a clear, shiny heart sitting right on top of this piece of paper because I'm using clear embossing folder, and it would give that pop without actually having to add a sticker to it or a clear thing to it. It would give it dimension and everything. That's my idea. That's what I'm trying. I have no idea if this will work. Vernon, hey, no, I said it wrong. Vernona. Is it Vernon A or Venona? I'm very, I don't know if you were here when I was talking about how particular I am about pronouncing people's names correctly. So please let me know how to pronounce your name. I would really appreciate that. And hi, and welcome to the Chatty Crafty Guild. We're a silly bunch of people. No, I keep saying that wrong. I'm such a Gen X person. I need to remove that from my vocabulary, but I haven't yet. We are a really fun-loving group of people who love to get together on Friday night and just chat about crafting. And people watch me, give me suggestions of what to do, and I try it if I have the materials in front of me to do it. And we just have a grand old time. It's just a nice little get together and chat. Somebody said that it's like the perfect get together with a bunch of friends with a cup of tea and just sit and do crafting stuff. All right, back to this. I keep stalling. Y'all don't know. I haven't burnt myself on it yet. Except for the one time when I got my fingers a little bit. Y'all just don't know. Oh my gosh. Oh, the pain. Oh, the stress. Oh, the stress. All right, we're going to try it. This is to see if it will ruin the tape or if it will actually emboss the powder that's on the tape. And I probably should have done this on something that wasn't white because we're not really going to be able to see it very well. But it does look like it is actually embossing the powder and not melting the tape. Oh, that's too cool. Oh, that's such a neat idea. It did. It's embossing. It's melting the powder, but it's not melting it evenly. But I'm not upset with that. I'm not upset with that at all. Look at that. I hope you can see it. I'm hoping I'm holding it underneath the light. Look how you get those little bumps and ripples in it. Now imagine if I had cut that out of this tape and exposed one of the sides of the adhesive and put that on top of this and cut out the heart, like cut out a heart out of this, and then put it down onto, no, I'm saying it wrong. Oh my gosh, stop. If I had used my heart punch to cut out a piece of this, take that and put it down on this as a piece of double-sided tape, then remove the other piece of tape that's protecting it, put embossing folder on it, and then you'd get this texture on top of that colored cardstock, which I love this beautiful shimmery teal cardstock. Oh, that would be so cool. Hey, Mary, welcome. Vernona, I haven't seen how you pronounce your name yet. Is it Vernon A or Vernona, or how do you pronounce your name? I'm really, really big on pronouncing people's names correctly. However, if your spoons don't let you answer, if you just said hi and that's all you want to do, that's perfectly fine. This group is not about pressuring anybody into doing anything. So I just want you to know that this is a group for people. I mean, I sometimes call myself emotional support background noise, because if you just want to turn me on and just phase out everything that's going on and just listen to my voice do silly things with crafting, I'm totally fine with that. So yeah, I love this idea. I do. I absolutely love this idea. I don't think I can put my hands on a punch right now. They're buried in this pile over here. You saw the pile last time. You know what this looks like. Let me see if I reach down in. Ooh, I grabbed something. What did I grab? I grabbed a punch. I grabbed a circle. We're going to do this with a circle. All right, we're going to try my idea full on with a circle. I'm going to take a piece of this. If I find the edge of it, there it is. I'm going to take a piece of this and I'm going to punch a circle out of it. Now I need to have this open because it's going to have an exposed side when I punch it. So I need to have this open and off. Does it come off? No, it doesn't come off. That's okay. So I'm going to punch this out and it's going to be sticky, and that's okay. I'm going to do it carefully. Take this piece, punch it. So I'm punching a piece of double-sided tape into a circle shape. Okay, that's done. Now I got to figure out how to get it out of here. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to use my picker. I've never seen a crafter do this. I'm not going to say that this is this is the first time it's ever been done, but I have never seen a YouTube crafter do this. I'm going to try picking out this piece if I can get it out without removing. There, I got it. Okay, so I got it. It's got a piece of tape on there. Now, I don't know if I have a spot big enough on this to use that size piece of, and I crinkled the tape a little bit, but that's okay. We're still going to get proof of concept out of this. All right, I'm going to do it on one of these. What the heck? I mean, this is beautiful. No, that's already got a texture to it. I'm going to do it on this. All right, so we're going to put this piece of tape down right there, okay? This is so cool. I hope this works. Oh my gosh, I hope this works. And then I'm going to pull this cover off. So now what we have is a piece of exposed double-sided tape right there. And like I said, I picked it, when I picked it out, I did it wrong a little bit. And I should have used this to scrape it down and make sure that all the bubbles came out. But again, we're doing proof of concept here. Let's see, you pronounced it right. She said it's Vernona. Okay. All right. Yay. Thank you, Vernona. Yay. I missed it. I'm sorry I missed you when you said that. So thank you very much. So glad that you're here. Yay. Yay, yay, yay. Let's see. The chat is going so fast. You may have missed it. Yeah, that's true. I may have. All right, so Vernona, yay! Welcome to the Chatty Crafty Guild, where we get together and we help each other out and we learn things from each other and we support each other and we are kind. And this is really a wonderful, loving group to be a part of. I'm, if I do say so myself, you know, I realize that. Oh, look at that! You can see it really well on there. Oh, that's too cool. I'm hoping. Oh, I'm so hoping. Oh, I want this to work so badly. All right, move that. Don't spill it. Don't spill it. Put this over that so that it catches it if any comes off. Put that down. I have so much embossing Woo, the icky gritty. We're going to call this the icky gritty. Using embossing folder causes the icky gritty, but it's so pretty that I'm just going to deal with the sensation of it. All right, so now we're going to try embossing this, and it should be big enough that I should be able to do it with my hand right there. Ooh, that wasn't good noise. All right, so we're just embossing this right here, and we're just getting ourselves, there it goes. You can see it changing right there. So we've got this nice glittery spot. Oh, this is so cool. Oh my goodness gracious, look at that. Oh, wow. Oh, I love this effect. Okay, so that's that. And you can see it's got this glittery, not glittery, but this glimmery, shimmery, textured glitz and shine on it. And that's literally just a piece of double-sided tape that I put down there. Now, granted, it's got a couple of issues because I poked a hole in it when I pulled it out of the punch right there. So this would probably be better to actually put down on there and then run through a die cutting machine rather than trying to do it with a punch and a piece of tape, but then expose the other side of the tape and do this right there. And you get this beautiful little texture. And look at that. I can feel it. Oh, it's so pretty. Now, there's a bubble here, and that's because I didn't use my little hooly madooly here to zzz on it. Sometimes words fail me and it just turns into sound effects. So, but it's got a little bubble there because I didn't do it right. It's got that there, but this is totally proof of concept. Oh my gosh, this is such a cool trick. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh, I love this so much. Oh, yay, yay. Yay, 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 yay. Oh, I'm such a 3-year-old, but that's okay. Doris, you were right. I absolutely love this. Amira, thank you so much for being supportive in everything that you've done. And oh my gosh, everybody else, Chris and Mary and Kathy and Kelly. I don't know if Kelly came in, but everybody who's come in, I'm so, Vernona, thank you for being here for your first time. And there's a Sue, a Jade, Joan, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you. I try to keep my lives to an hour, and I'm right at an hour now, so I'm going to end this one here. But I am so appreciative of everyone who has watched this, and I hope that you got something out of it. And I cannot say how grateful I am to all of you and how humbled I am by the support that you've given me, really and truly. Y'all are simply amazing, and everybody deserves a huge pat on the back. So thank you very much. Remember to support Minnesota, because even though the Olympics are on, Minnesota is still going through some stuff. So, you know, keep up with that and support Minnesota, and, you know, let's defend the people that are defending our Constitution. And I appreciate each and every one of you. And don't forget to hit the like button. Yeah, don't forget to another fun live stream. Yay. So absolutely wonderful. You're right, Amira, I didn't do the markers. Okay, no, you're right. I can't stop yet. I didn't do the markers. Darn it, this one's going to be, I was so perfect. It was like right at an hour, but it's not going to be an hour now. Well, it's going to go over an hour. That's okay. We have to do the markers. These are the ones that Amira and I are most interested in testing out. So let's do this. All right. So thanks, Cece. Sorry I was late. No worries, Mary. Not a problem. I'm not actually done yet because Amira is absolutely right. I forgot to do the markers, and I said I was going to do markers, and we're going to do the markers. These are called metallic paint sticks. And this is what they look like when they get pulled out of here. I have never tested these. Now, I do have some paint sticks that I have gotten from Ollie's that look like this, and these are wonderful. I absolutely love these, but these are not metallic. These are just colors. All right, so here we go. What do you? Don't apologize for anything, Amira. You're absolutely right. I said I was going to do it, and I didn't do it. And quite frankly, if you hadn't told me, my autistic brain, after it ended, I would have beaten myself up for not having done something that I said I was going to do, because that's the way my autism works. If I say I'm going to do something, I get very upset with myself if I don't actually do it. So thank you. Thank you so much for saying it. So here we go. This is the first one. This is the green one, and I just picked one out. And these are metallic paint sticks that I got at Ollie's. I got 6 of them for $1. No, $2. Oh, oh, I am in love. Oh my goodness gracious. Let's pull out the pink one. Oh, they run up like a lip liner or something like that. And look, there's actually an awful lot of material in this. The tube goes down to about here. There is a lot of material in this. So cool. Thank you, Amira. Oh, love it. Absolutely love it. Highly recommend. These are amazing. Markers. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're gonna try all of these. These are stunning. Okay, I'm gonna put this one straight up and down and see what happens. Oh, look at that. Okay, so the initial one was a little bad because that was the very first time it was used, but look at the coverage. Oh my gosh, this stuff is beautiful. Oh no, we'll watch on the rerun. Thank you, Joan. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. And you stay happy as well. I appreciate you so much. So there we go. All right, so the gold one. So this one also has, no, we're going to do purple first. So this has pink, blue, green, purple, gold, and silver. And they are metallic. And even these colors that aren't normally considered to be metals are beautifully metallic. They must use a lot of mica in this to make it look so beautiful. Oh my gosh, I love these. Oh, these are a Oh, look at that. Look at that. Beautiful gold. These are a def buy. Do they blend? I don't know. Let's find out. I'm going to test the silver one first, and then we're going to find out if they blend. Have you ever seen that movie, My Cousin Vinny, where the Marissa Tomei sits there and goes, yeah, you blend. I love the way she delivers that line. Totally random, completely random. Look at that beauty. Look at that. The silver is just, it's a hint of silver. It's not as in your face as the other colors, but it's still stunning. Oh my gosh, this is so pretty. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, all right, all right. All right, so do they blend? So we're going to try blending. What's two colors that do blend, that blend well together? We're going to try blending the purple and the blue. So I'm going to put a blue line down the center of this, and then I'm going to see if I can blend them together. Not if one has been put down for a while. Okay, so I definitely was able to rub out the blue so it spread, but it didn't really blend with the purple because the purple had been down for a while. So let's try this where I test it. See, this is what I mean by I test things. People make suggestions and I test them. I just had that play on my Facebook just before the stream. Yay! That's awesome. Great minds think alike, Doris. Can you use a cotton swab or something to smudge and blend them? Probably, but I don't actually have a cotton swab back here right now. What do I have that I can use? Oh, I have this. This is a piece of packing material. It's just a little piece of, and I know you can't see what I'm doing because it's off camera right now, but I have this little piece of packing material that comes from when you get things shipped to you, that little foam stuff. So let's try this little piece of stuff right here because this will answer the question if that works. So we're going to try putting down some blue and some purple at the same time. So we're going to wind these up just a little bit so that there's a little bit more of the product flowing. Oh, and they just, oh, these are so gorgeous. Oh, these are gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So we're going to try putting them down right next to each other, and then we're going to use this and see if we can blend them together. No, not really. They don't really blend very well. Let me try that again, but let me do it with my finger. All right, so we're going to put them down right next to each other and try blending with my finger. Not bad. Okay, that's probably the best blending that we've gotten, but I wouldn't really call that blending. I'd call that more masking and spreading, but that's so beautiful. Oh my God, I would have used a utensil for things. I have, my fingers are always with me. Gloves. Oh, Doris, you're funny. Gloves? Me? You know, I think I would use gloves. Now, to be fair, I do have gloves because if I ever do anything with resin, I will do it with my respirator and I will do it with gloves and I will do it outside my house because I don't want my cats or my husband to be exposed to it or my dog. So I do have gloves. They're just not back here. They're ready to be used outside if I ever use my respirator and my resin. I use my hands, but I use it with gloves. Gloves would probably actually make it work out too. Just enough to smooth it out. That works. Yeah, it is. It's beautiful. Erica, you have really been crafty if you don't get messy. Okay, there you go. Erica, have you really been? Yeah, Valerie, I agree with that. I mean, I'm surprised I'm this clean right now. And I still have embossing powder on my fingers. I can feel it in between my fingers, and it's really bugging me because of the autism sensory thing that I have. But still, I love this. These are beautiful. Thank you so much, Amira, for reminding me that I needed to test these out. These are absolutely stunning. I highly recommend them. I mean, literally and truly, it was $2 for all 6 of these. And these will last a good long time. They have a good bit of material in them. I can see if I hold it up to the light, which I know you can't see, but the material goes down to here. So it's got material all the way down to here, and the rest of this is going to be the plunger that pushes it up. But you've got this much material, and I haven't used very much of it at all in all of that testing. And if I see this again, I am definitely going to pick up another set because I will be upset when I run out of these colors because they are simply stunning. It was $2. $2. I got this at, I want to say Ocala. And the video that's coming up on Sunday will be Ocala. So just bear that in mind if you want to see that. So in 2 days, you'll see the Ocala shop with me. But these, highly recommend. If you see these, absolutely highly recommend. And they might not be in the crafting area. They might be in the stationery aisle or they might be in the toy aisle because these are, you know, they're obviously made for kids. It's ages 4 and up. I get plenty of mess without doing it on purpose. Yeah, there you go. That's the way to do it, Erica. They are so fun. This is going to be a staple in my card making. I can tell you that right now. So awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you so much, Amira, for reminding me that I needed to do the markers, because I would have really been kicking myself had I forgot, because that's just the way my autism works. If I say I'm going to do something and then I don't do it. And there's several things that I haven't done yet that I'm kicking myself for, like the cheesecake that I bought oh so long ago that I haven't tested yet. I'm kicking myself for that. That's what I mean by if I say I'm going to do something and I don't do it, it bothers me. So, but there we go. Or holiday. Oh yeah, you're right, Doris. On a holiday table, that would do too. So definitely check out your stores for these. I highly recommend them. If you find these, I mean, we're talking 33 cents a paint stick here, and they are beautiful. Look at that. Look how stunning they are with the little blend here with the purple. It doesn't blend well if you don't do them at the same time. These were done at the same time and blended immediately, but even so, look at the beautiful colors in that. These have so much application. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to go. I'm at 1 hour and 8 minutes. And like I said, people don't tend to punch on the videos to watch them later. So I haven't made that key lime cheesecake yet either. I need to get on that. Yeah, I agree with you, Erica. I bought it to make it for Thanksgiving, and I didn't do it. Oh my gosh, I'm so bad. Of course, you will get to it soon. Of course I will, just like I'll get my Cricut lamp up. Did I go there? I think I did. Yeah, I think I did. Let's see which one goes first, either the cheesecake or the Cricut lamp. Any bets? I don't know. I think it might be a sucker bet either way. So anyway, thank you so much, everybody, for watching. I loved this today, and you didn't tip the powder bottle. Oh, I know I didn't. It's a win, total win. So thank you so much. St. Patty's Day, another green holiday. There you go. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, everybody, for watching. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Cheers and happy crafting. What, baby bear? What, baby man? Are you coming in to